Well, it's kind of crazy because I wanted to talk about the whole situation that happened with Young Thug and YSL and what they're going through, but apparently in Memphis, 5 police officers decided to beat a black man, and guess what? People are saying that it's racist, but the 5 officers who beat a black man were black. But before we get to that story, I want you guys to introduce yourself, starting from right here with you.
Yo, man, it's your boy G-Mo, man. You can call me Black Plate, man.
Black Plate.
Black Plate Productions, man.
Word. And what do you do?
Oh, man, I do a little bit of everything, man. Entrepreneurship, bringing a little bit of technology to the table, software development, everything, man. We expanding in all sorts of goddamn avenues. Matter of fact, we talking about transportation, bro. We got a couple of things coming, man.
All right. Appreciate you for sitting down with me. Right here. Who are you?
My name is Chris, and you spell it with a K. Look, I had to slow it down. I ain't gonna curse. But yeah, Chris with a K. What do I do?
Yeah.
Fitness and financial consulting.
True.
Simplest put, right there.
And I'm your host, TJ Evans, and this is another installment of the Untitled Discussion. And let's talk about the situation in Memphis where an individual by the name of Tyree Nichols was beaten by police officers after being detained, and he died 3 days later in the hospital from cardiac arrest. I watched the body cam footage. I don't know if y'all got the chance to. It's
snippets.
It was kind of a hard one to look at. I'm not even gonna lie. And my personal opinion, it looked like these officers knew this individual personally.
Possibly.
But
Chris, it's a small town.
Like Memphis is in Memphis, and the police officers are in a special unit where they deal with high crime areas. So situation is the stakes are higher. So I mean, what do you think about the situation, Chris?
It's too many variables that can go into play. One, I heard that man call out to his mama like that. Ooh, and then not as a mother, but
as a parent. Yeah.
As a parent, but not like I got a mama. But I don't want my mama to bury me, bro.
Facts.
Never want my mama to bury me.
I think that's like one of the worst things the parents ever had to experience.
Dude, and it's so crazy because I was just having a conversation not too long ago, and somebody was just like, "Boy, you ever heard them gun sounds?" And boy, have you ever heard a mama scream out for her baby? Like, yeah,
heartbreaking.
Dude, nightmares are made out of that.
And I can say, like, personally, because I watched the video, the officers did go overboard. Like, bro, they literally had this man in cuffs, and like one officer punched him like twice in the face, cocking back with it. But at the beginning of it, I was kind of messed up at it because Tyree did not do what the officer said do. Like compliance is a big thing with me when it comes down to dealing with police officers. My dad told me, like, dude, I can protect you or I can deal with the justice system if you go to jail. But if you're not here anymore,
that's a bold statement, bro.
I can't do anything with you. Yeah. Like if you're not here. But I need you to at least do what they say. And if you do what they say, it's even easier to get a case on that just because of the simple fact, like, if they go overboard with it. But bro, don't dive behind you trying to prove a point because you know the law. Because one thing about it, I'm gonna let you go, but one thing about it, if you can say how much you know about the law, but as soon as police say disorderly conduct, all that's out the window.
Oh, that's pish posh, man. That's police, bruh. All right. When you understand the law, they operate outside of the law, so you can't respect somebody who is disrespecting the law, right?
I understand that.
Because that's their whole thing about criminals. You break the law, you don't deserve respect. The very act of going to get a warrant is a violation of the law. And cops do it all the time. Because you cannot bring a person into court anywhere in the United States, so long as I've known, without letting them know first. How many cops and officers let you know you have a warrant to appear in court before they actually come and get you? That's a violation of the law.
All right, so this goes down to what we was talking about earlier. So what is it when it comes down to law versus what the culture accepts? Because if the law can say what it wants to say. The law can say what it wants to say, but if the culture accepts it, then they can do what they want to do. Like we was talking about earlier before we got on camera about the whole drag kids shows they be having. That's blatant pedophilia. That is illegal. Police officers are outside during those shows, but if the culture accepts it, they can let it ride.
The game ain't dirty. It's just the niggas in it, bro.
YOLO.
You know what I mean? What you sign and what you agree to is word is bond. Period. You know what I mean? When you become a citizen, you're under a contract. Just don't know that. So you gotta abide by your word. You gave your word that you're gonna be a good citizen every time you fill out an application. Business is business. You know what I mean? Like it sucks, but then how much can you blame ignorance on the opposition? You feel me? At some point, we got to educate ourselves. We can't just keep saying, "Oh, these people doing us wrong." Go learn the game. If you keep getting beat in Monopoly because you don't know the rules, go read the rule book.
Facts.
At some point, we got to take our own personal accountability.
Even using let's say even using the game boards. All right, so we seen what happened with Uno. Uno came out and said that you can't put a draw 4 on a draw 2. We saw that.
Oh, right? Man.
We saw that, right?
In my house.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So that's why but the same thing applies, though. The same thing applies. If your culture of your house says that you can put the draw 4 on a draw 2, then that's what it is. It doesn't matter what the actual law is. It's what you actually applying.
Right.
So if individuals, because we threw out the Fourth Amendment. We didn't throw it out, but the police officers did because they're able to do civil forfeitures. That's illegal.
Where?
All across the country, they will come take your stuff anytime they want to. It happens all the time. Like even there was an individual in the airport and she had like a few $1,000s on her, and they took all that money.
It's never illegal if you don't press the issue. If somebody come and take something from you and it's yours, and you never go file a claim against it, they never stole from you legally. So that's what our government does to us. They do so much illegal shit and nobody go and fight. And if you do try to go and fight, you might not have enough money to pay a lawyer to teach you how to fight their ass, or the lawyer is going to work with them and delay you and get more and more money out of you. That's where accountability come in. You got to know that, hey, this person's doing something wrong. I can go to court and I can press the issue myself. And I would fight much better without a lawyer. Because having a lawyer says, I don't understand this. When you tell the law you don't understand, you tell them you're a child.
But sometimes you can have a lawyer that knows the judge and they actually work together.
They work together.
They can do some stuff to help me out too.
Accountability. You got to know yourself then.
But even with this, I want to play the same game they playing. Like, I know I have a lawyer that can play the same game and I can get off of certain stuff. Like,
life ain't fair.
I never said it was, but all I'm saying is I'm just trying to play the game. Yeah. But I want to get back to the story because there was one thing that happened because cities across America was gearing up for the body cam footage to be released. And they was going to release it on Friday night, like, which is kind of dangerous to me because everybody's off of work Friday night. Nobody has to go to school. Nobody has to go to work the next day. So it kind of looks a little staged to me. But even before that happened, where they were talking about releasing the body cam footage, the police chief who came from Atlanta, who was a Black Lives Matter supporter, she came out and said that this was worse than the Rodney King beating, and that when we release the footage, that you should feel the same way that the family does, and that also
tell them how to feel.
Yeah, pretty much just setting a narrative. That's dangerous to me. How do you and again, all these individuals in it are black, even though CNN people are trying to come out and say that this is white supremacy or white racism that these officers did. But do you think that the narrative, the stage was set, or am I reaching?
So I'm not well versed with like man's law. I really subscribe to learning and understanding universal law. I do not I just none of it makes sense, and I think it's either Aristotle or Socrates, wisest man. I know nothing. I can't even. It's so much shit going on right now. It's just it don't make any sense. Like nothing makes sense, and if it don't make sense, then there's a real plan to it. It's a real plan to why, bro. You gonna put all that on TV.
Yeah.
For everybody to see, man. Then, like you said, just it's almost like a pay-per-view fight. Like, man, you want people to see black men beating on their boy, and particularly,
make sure that everybody gets to see it.
Yeah. But see,
now y'all want to get into conspiracies, bro.
I ain't getting into conspiracy, but
I ain't no theory on there.
No,
You just said
hey,
conspiracy.
but
I mean, they
would it be a conspiracy?
During the Black Lives Matters protests, there were mysterious
All that
piles of
stuff
bricks
is
showing
just-
up all over the country. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy
I'll
theory.
never forget.
I'm saying it might be a conspiracy.
David Banner, he had made a great point. Like when he went overseas, and he was like, "These folk depict black folks doing this. They show nothing but black folk acting like this. So any other race, any other culture will look at you and be like, ugh, niggas,' and they get it. They like, ugh,
It
niggas.
justifies the treatment of black folks on the stage.
Boy, come on.
I mean, cause, bro, you gotta understand how politics is, bro. It's all about influence, man, and be able to get
Social
certain
currency
influence. I gotta
is
make
more.
you look like a certain
valuable.
way. So I
Big
mean,
facts.
that ain't just social currency, bro. It's business. I swear, it's all business, bro. Because whenever we talk, we make agreements, and a trade or a business transaction is nothing but an agreement. You know what I mean?
But the reason why I say social currency is more valuable is because of the simple fact that even us, down to like social media, they make money off of us. Like us just being there and being on their website, selling our data. They make money on the things that we want to look at.
Kinda.
What you mean, kinda?
Because they get paid by commercial companies and advertisement companies by the amount of traffic they're able to generate within.
So social currency.
You
is the
niggas
most
is
valuable.
entertaining, bro.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Why do people watch Blueface and Krishan Rock?
Come on, niggas is entertaining.
Are they?
That's on the platform. I'm saying the platform gets paid because of agreements made between commercial entities. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Allow us to, because before Facebook was non-advertising, it was all just
that
people,
Instagram,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like they come in
what
an
happened?
agreement with a corporate company.
What
So like,
happened?
hey,
So
allow
many
us
people-
to get on your platform and advertise to people that's on there.
But so many people went to the websites that the people became the actual currency. That's all I'm saying. It's like the people are actually the value structure. Because come on, what is $1 worth?
Information.
What is $1 worth?
Information.
Though? It's
We
worth
agree
less than
upon.
that dollar, bro.
Information.
What we agree upon.
Information. We agreed upon that. Hey,
But it's our information.
Exactly.
But it's our information, so we're still the
We
value.
give it for free.
We're still the value structure of it.
You are willingly. Nobody's forcing you to go up to that laptop, type out nothing you put into that goddamn Facebook, and tell these folks your information. You willingly gave them your information. We want it so bad to blame them. Don't get me wrong. They doing messed up stuff, but at some point we gotta be like, we are allowing them to do this to us. You can't say that he's a thief if he took your stuff and you never said, "Hey, give me my stuff back." You can't do it.
Well,
You just
Nigga, yes you can. You stole.
so, bro. If I take this from you and you don't say nothing,
Okay, so
right, and you just gonna talk, well, Cornelius a thief, bro.
check now. You stole it. I'm not.
No,
paying
you know
my-
I stole it.
No, I'm not paying you no money.
know I took your stuff. You know I took your stuff.
Okay.
You
I
know
saw you
for a
take my
fact I
stuff.
took your stuff, and you don't say nothing. In the moment that I walk off, and you just tell him,
And I'm
"Hey
like-
man, that nigga Cornelius is a thief."
I just got evidence that you a goddamn
You never
thief.
claimed. You never told me.
Bruh,
hey, no,
was that
listen to me.
yours?
Word is bond, right?
Was that yours?
Word is bond. This is
But
what I'm saying.
I see what
Was-
you're saying, but honestly,
Was that
like
yours?
you know what you are, because
No.
that goes down.
So what
to-
you were doing, borrowing it?
No.
Without telling me?
What if I brought it back to you and gave it back to you like, bro, I know I was in a hurry. I had to do this real quick, bro, and I brought it back to you. 2, 3, 4 days later. And do that still make me a thief?
Hell yeah, you stole it for 3 days,
And I gave
nigga.
it back to you. I mean, it's still it.
Bro, I used to rent out cars. Motherfucker don't bring that shit back. Oh, that nigga done stole shit. He done stole that shit.
They signed a contract.
He did sign the contract.
They made a bond.
Hey, man.
When
pick
I
up
took
the goddamn
this,
phone when I call
took
you.
this, and you did not stop me, there was no bond.
Bro.
You literally okay the action by not telling
See, and
me
this
to
is
stop.
what's so scary with society. Everybody like, I didn't do this, but I did this. Like,
Right,
bro,
but-
you know,
But,
in your
but
bro,
that's
you stole
pretty
that
much.
shit.
But that's pretty much the same argument that I'm talking about versus law versus culture.
Right.
It's like, what does the culture accept you doing? Like what you did, and if you accepted that, and he accepted that, that's part of the culture. It doesn't change the actual fact of what happened. It's just you just let it go that way.
Which,
but before I get in that, I know you want to come back, but
I was agreeing with you. Was all I'm saying is it's just bonds that are agreed upon.
Yeah.
And you, by word of mouth or no action, never made a bond to say, hey, you can't get
But
that.
But
from a third party person walking in, if they see me grab that and walk off and you don't say nothing, do it look like I'm stealing to them?
No.
It look like I know you or something. I just can't figure out something. But if you never make a claim,
y'all relationship, the fact still remains.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is the bond.
Let's get back to the story, though. Yeah, because I understand what you're saying.
I get you,
and
but
it makes sense. But sometimes it kind of sounds like, oh, we playing with semantics. We on teetering on that.
It is.
So, but after this happened, there were protests that happened after Tyree Nichols was killed, after the body cam footage happened. There were protests and there were riots, but me personally, since these officers were arrested and fired and charged with second-degree murder, I don't see a reason to protest because you will be protesting for justice, right? Or am I tripping?
Well, folks just want to be angry, bro. Everybody, and not saying that there's no reason to be angry. I'm not even speaking on this topic. But like you were saying, like, what do we want to see? What do you want to look at on social media? You want to see a booty shaking, and you want to see something that made you upset, something that charges emotion. And I'm just like, it'd be too much for me. Well, I ain't gonna say it too much. I get tired of seeing all that shit.
It's possible that, you know what I mean, human beings don't know what they want, you know what I mean? So
true.
Niggas indulge in just a lot of back and forth, you know what I mean?
You know what? I'm starting to realize, like, we are amongst nothing but children. Like, everybody still has, like, a childlike mind, and there's no real... And the reason why I say childlike mind is because we react purely off of emotion.
Facts.
I
definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that. That's why adults have conversations, make agreements, write down contracts, and get understandings of what type of bond we have right now, and am I breaking that bond? Because otherwise, how can you? If I say it's not stealing and you say it is stealing, who's right? Unless we agree that taking somebody's stuff without asking them is stealing. We all have to agree upon the definition of stealing.
But we have to agree upon that as a culture.
A bond.
As a society.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why the funny thing that we're going through right now is a society that is split between people who believe that men can be women and people who believe that you can't change a man's chromosomes because that's just science. So
there's no agreement between the two sides, so it's hard to goddamn.
And that's why so many people are screaming about civil war, that we're so close to it, or we're already on the cusp of it.
I don't see it.
It just goes to show, like, there's no real forward thinking that you really got to argue with me about being a man or a woman.
Yeah.
As much technology we got, and as far as we done came, this is a debate. I don't care, bro.
On
be
the flip
who you want to
side,
be.
Though, but that's the 2023 debate though. That's where that's what the
like I said, childish, bro. This is some kid shit.
And it shouldn't be a debate because, like, I feel how you feel.
You
can be what you want to be, but don't try to change what I know what is real.
Now, you can live in your own alternate reality.
Just leave me and mine alone.
There you go. That's all I'm saying.
All right, how can two walk in? You know what I mean? Together if they disagree with each other, right?
We can't.
So well, we walking
now,
too.
A country.
I'm not even agreeing to say we walk to the same place.
A country has to walk together. You know what I mean? You can't have a country walking in multiple directions.
And here we go again. Then you make me take it back to the foundation. The foundation was always shaky and rocky. There is no country. Think about it. Bro, how did America get started?
Agreements and bonds.
No, I'm talking about really, how did America get started?
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
see, you taking it agreements and a bond.
That's the underlying thing between all human reactions.
I will give you the easiest way of saying America got started. America got started the same way that every other civilization got started, just did it a little faster. Every other civilization had slavery. Every other civilization had conquering. Every other civilization had,
and I get y'all points.
Everything like. It was still like, but America got started, and the only thing that was a little different was that a smaller group defeated off a larger group.
No, America
then
got
they
started
established
because
under that Constitution.
a group of people had an agreement that we want to walk in a different direction than the motherfuckers we chilling with right
Damn,
now.
what I'm
We
talking about.
agree
That's how it
on
got
this
started,
one.
though.
We agree on
Damn,
this
what
one article
and I-
of paper. We agree on this
Okay.
paper. We agree on this. The Americans agreed on the Constitution.
Y'all are all right, but I'm talking about foundationally. How did America get started?
What you mean on
Britain
Bible?
had the goddamn. They had prisons. They prisons were overflowing. Yes,
That's Australia.
British.
Nah, they sent
They sent
all their
them-
prisoners
they sent
to
them to
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah. You told
Okay.
me that's how Australia got started.
Okay. American people were the rotten, wretched people.
Kinda, yeah.
Here we go.
See, they were. Okay, see, the Americans that came over here, they actually read the Bible. Like, they was more trying to read the actual book. And the king was being ran by the church, with the Catholic Church. And they didn't want people.
That's the narrative they give us, bro. And when you,
Bruh.
man, if you go look at the,
Oh, no. See,
the
you know what?
business
Now
behind the
you
shit,
have to
bruh,
give me sites.
I'm
about to.
The
Here
business
we go.
behind it. This is the business behind it.
One thing I learned.
Britain needed something for their plantation, bro. They needed something for their spice market, bro. They needed land to grow and produce spices, bro. I can't remember exactly which spice it was. Cotton, I know, was one of them and shit, bro. But they needed somewhere to do this. So they sent out scouts to go and scour new land for them to be able to make new money, because they were coming off of goddamn what was that Renaissance period and the Enlightenment and shit like that.
Dark Ages.
Right? No, they had just moved over from the Dark Ages to the Renaissance and shit, because from the Dark Ages, the Middle Easterns took over and started bringing like treasures and art and stuff into Europe and stuff, and you had the Renaissance and the reinvention of Europe, and that's when you went to like the more like not philosophical, but more like abstract type of thinking.
The whole
with shit.
Enlightenment period.
Right. All that good shit, right? Okay. Now, in order to, this brought a booming economy to Europe. You feel me? Because it was a new thing, right? New spices, new goddamn pictures and stuff. But in order to maintain this economic success over a long period of time, you also gonna need a new trade. For example, Dubai. Not what's the UAE? United Arab Emirates, right? They blew up off of oil. Oil running low. So they're switching their markets to tourism. You feel me? And attraction. That's where their economy gonna be built around tourism. Okay, Rome had to do the same. Europe had to do the same thing around this time. From the Renaissance to the period before the Industrial Revolution, they had to switch their markets over. That's why the slave trade was so big, because it was such a booming business economy. You feel me?
Yeah. Right.
So
Hold on, wait.
America got started based off of this notion. We need more business. You feel me? Like,
Okay, all right, because we're finna go into the weeds now for real. And this is like a longer conversation for
You know
another
what I mean?
day. But I want to get
one of the
but I want to get on this. I want to get on this next story that happened in Georgia, where Governor Kemp decided to activate 1,000 National Guards and have a state of emergency, and it's supposed to last for 15 days.
what?
Because Antifa decided to have a peaceful protest, which turned into a riot, and stuff happens like that. And this is not the first time Antifa got caught up down here in Georgia. They actually had an autonomous zone that's been there for a couple of years now, and a couple of GBI agents arrested someone with explosives and stuff like that.
Hold on. So let me just run down real quick.
Oh yeah, and then Antifa terrorists shot a police officer, and then police officers shot and killed that one individual.
Black man dies. Gets publicized, makes the country mad.
Yeah.
Antifa riots.
Antifa riots because of that, and last week Antifa riot because of Antifa terrorists.
So now I'm just saying this
is what happened in the last
twice. So
yeah.
with Floyd, which is boy George,
Yeah.
black man dies, publicized, Antifa riots.
Yeah.
Now same thing happened. Black man dies, publicized, Antifa riots.
Sounds a little weird, don't it?
And it's common. It's a common trend, man. Like
I got two questions then, since you just said that. Does it look real? And second question, does this how do I say this?
hey, it being real don't mean it wasn't planned.
Like, does this? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Does this look planned? And is this something that you will be upset about with the police? Not with the black man situation, but with the police going at Antifa the way they are.
I don't care about what police do and how the police conduct their business, because until I need to utilize their services, what they do don't bother me.
Okay, and then all right, that actually is the main question that I want to ask both of you is police presence necessary for you and your family?
Oh, me? I mean, I think it's necessary for individuals because everybody can't protect themselves. You know what I mean? So, like, having a service to where you can protect yourself, I look at everything like business now, bro. Everything is just like what a person is willing to agree to, sign themselves to. And if you ain't, you know what I mean? Like, if I don't have a contract with you on business, then I have no laws binding myself to you, goddamn.
And the only reason why I'm asking this is because, let's say groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter, these groups are said to speak for the people of color, the minorities. And what scares me is these groups are also led by majority women. So I'm asking black men, as a black man, do you want police presence in your neighborhoods?
I mean, the structured police that we have now, no. Some sort of authority that gives guidance and protection to those who may be less fortunate, sure, I have no problems with that. You know what I mean? Every community always had that. That goes back till, you know what I mean, Memorial time. Like, it was either your family or the hired arm that you hired to protect your land and your garden and shit. You feel me? Like, so I will never say people don't need protection, but the police that structured today, bro, it was started to catch slaves. So, you know what I mean? Like,
I can't agree with that though.
Facts is facts, bro.
It's not facts. Police officers been around before slavery in America was.
Well, I don't see how that happened.
What you can start with the Knights.
Mm-hmm. It's the Templar.
You can just say Knights in general.
No, I'm talking about
the Knights Templar. Yeah, they actually
organization
served,
of the
they
police.
actually served as an organized police system, especially when they
served as guards.
When they was transporting.
Right, they served as guards and they served as protectors. People have done that throughout history. I said that.
Yeah, it's a security
system. The structure of the police system we have here in America was originally designed to capture slaves. Niggas was defending their selves back then, bro. Niggas was having duels back then. The police were not settling civil matters back then. They were capturing slaves. People were having duels back then, bro. We had beef. Meet me at 3 o'clock noon. At 12 o'clock noon behind the church.
But even when
we ain't gotta go that far once this is over with.
Even when people were having duels, they still had sheriffs, and those sheriffs weren't just
sheriffs and deputies.
They weren't just catching slaves though. But I'm saying, but they still serve the same purpose.
No, the police though were starting to capture slaves though. So like whether if they have changed their purpose or not, I just don't fuck with their history and where
I would do better to say that bounty hunters were there to catch slaves other than just police. But
they still were there. So
should we get rid of the police, Chris?
No.
Yeah.
Hell no. You niggas won't act right.
I see you over there researching a lot and you haven't said that in a minute.
I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm sorry because you forgot you're on the show.
No. And that's my thing. It's like anytime that I hear something, it's like boom. I gotta have the research and citing that. And I'm still back on. I'm listening, but I'm still back on what we were discussing the first part of pretty much my idea, and this is just my theory. Foundationally of America been fucked up from the beginning. And the reason why I say America's been fucked up from the beginning is because of a lecture in a book. It's called White Trash, the 400-Year Untold History of Class in America. And it's by Nancy Eisenberg.
Okay.
And she was detailing how the prisons were overfilled over there in Europe, English, British, whatever settlement we talking about, right? And so these prisons are overfilled. And they feel that North America was like bullshit land. Mm-hmm. They ain't think this land could really be worked. They really thought that they were gonna create a factory out in this bitch and just send all these prisoners and everything to work the prison and goddamn blow the fuck up. Come to find out, the motherfuckers kept dying over here. They start mingling with the Native Americans. They tricked them motherfuckers and they steal their land. Blase, blase, blase. We all know that part of the story. But I'm just saying, foundationally, America been fucked up because the people that were first Europeans really were. But then again, let me finish this point. The Europeans that first settled here to make America what it is were pretty much like the rapists, orphans, freaky motherfuckers that Europe seen no use for. And so they were talking about how goddamn distasteful poor people were in Europe. That's why they sent their ass over here to North America.
Okay.
So
And America's right.
America is doomed because it was
The foundation was fucked up and rocky. You stole the fucking land.
All right. So since you're saying that, then where on the planet will it be not messed up? Because where on the planet did no bad stuff happen at the beginning?
So we
No, answer that question.
Okay, where in the planet where no bad stuff started? I would have
dare
to
you say Ghana.
Ethiopia.
I was just about to say the land of the blacks.
Ethiopia.
The land of the blacks. Mesopotamia. The cradle of civilization. All in that region.
People had to come out of Mesopotamia.
Facts. Facts.
I mean, Mesopotamia has been fucked over though.
So I'm saying
Fucked over, but we talk about when were people actually just good.
Where? Because no man.
I mean, he says how
no-
like
no
the
man
country
is
started good, and only one I can think of like because they're still going like is Ethiopia.
What kingdom,
Kush.
what area was established where it wasn't started from bloodshed?
Kush. That's the only one that I can think of. That's where.
And I got that from
Mesopotamians traveled to Kush to begin to goddamn start over.
And where's Kush at now?
Ethiopia.
And we were talking about that in destruction of a black
The only
civilization.
thing that I know about Ethiopia is that they were partially colonized or temporarily colonized, but for the most part they had their own autonomy.
Wasn't it the Italians trying to fuck over Ethiopia?
The Etrians and shit.
Then the only solution instead of trying to figure out stuff here would be go to Ethiopia.
Oh no.
No.
No, I'm trying. All right, so
land.
I'm asking the reason why
this place is not ours.
the reason why I'm trying to figure this out is because if America was established bad,
Right.
doesn't mean it had to forever be bad.
Oh yeah.
You gotta. I wouldn't say you necessarily. It has to forever be bad, but America gotta repent. Just like with anybody, they're like, man, you gotta get your shit together.
Too late.
You think so? Oh, well, yeah. You done killed all the Native Americans and you made them make casinos and take them bitches over and you put them off into the corners and then you
bred them out.
Oh my goodness. So, bro, that now you talking about breeding out? That was actually like
What
a
the
war
Redskins
tactic.
at?
Come on.
What them Redskins?
Shit, we can talk about the Creek Indians. We in Georgia.
Hey man.
The way that how Atlanta was built was crazy.
So, all right. So now, because really this whole thing was about the police officers and the situation.
See,
that's
but
going on. It's cool
apologize.
because it's like it's one of those things. It's like, all right, we're dealing with this situation and how people are trying to blame this on racism,
Right.
especially with the situation that happened with the Memphis situation. All those individuals are black, but people are saying that the white supremacist racist mind is ideology and it's not so much as a skin color. So what I'm trying to figure out now is
if you're a black man, you voted for Trump, you was racist.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I ain't gonna go
it's like what do you,
racist. You support Trump?
where are we as a nation?
No, you're a black
process?
white supremacist.
Yeah, it's like what is it real?
Let me answer that. Let me just take a stab at that. So what my boy W.E.B. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, right?
Right.
So just like I thought it was so fucking crazy, like Hotel Rwanda, the whole genocide, Hutus and Tutsis.
Okay.
When you had these Europeans come in and they make, hey, you are this and you are this. Shit, yeah, they made Hutus. What was it? The nose. They said you are this. That was Britain.
You think? I mean, to me, that's an insult to people, bro.
What you mean?
Insult human beings as if they don't recognize that whether or not we the same people or not, bro.
Nigga, it happens all the time. Even like Willie Lynch, he kept telling you, old folk, young folk. And I don't even think it's the concept. Man, just the fact that dude, the preacher, took them folks over there, what's his name? Made them drink the Kool-Aid. Bro, you control the people's mind. Yeah, man, come on, man. That's what mind control is really what it is.
I definitely agree with you on that. You know what I mean? When it comes to mind control and stuff like that. But you talking about people who've been warring for thousands of years before European got it. You do know at one point that Africans ruled the Europeans, right?
Yes.
And you do know that the tribes were still warring back then, right?
Bro,
You
there's
do know that the tribes were warring back then, right?
The only way that slaves
Big
got
facts.
to America was because Africans
All I'm
sold
saying is
them
these
to
African tribes-
to the Spaniards.
Okay.
All I'm saying is tribes always been warring beforehand. Even though tribes looked alike, they still been warring because they knew that, hey, yo great uncle fucked over my great
That's what. So all
uncle.
right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That it
Like,
can't.
it be like
But
that.
check-
All right, we
now.
can keep on saying racism, but it's like, bro,
No,
it's just
racism
people.
because people. I
And
don't
that,
understand.
yeah, I
People
not
don't
disagreeing with you on that.
understand
People.
lineages.
But yeah,
I don't understand nationality.
I want you to
bro.
finish your thoughts on it though, cause
So all I'm saying is, you have a motherfucker that can look and see like y'all cool, y'all actually coexisting, right? Boom, okay. You two, this shit happen, especially women good at this shit. You and him could be best friends.
Right.
You put a woman involved, it's the resource of the woman.
Right.
Y'all
See,
motherfuckers be about ready to kill each other after a
Because
minute.
this is what it is. You're saying that, okay, these two get along, this person just come in and just fuck them over. No, it don't be like that. It's this person come in and manipulate a already tense situation
That's
between
all
them.
I'm saying.
So the tense situation was there before this person came.
But you
And
put
then,
the
like,
gas on that motherfucker. You just-
the gas is there, it's just a
I ain't disagreeing.
Okay, so we
Gas
lit
is
the
there,
match,
you
so
just lit the match.
say no
I
more.
agree with that. So like that, but it's like, okay, it's like you're putting blame all on one
I'm not
people.
putting blame.
On,
I'm not
on one
putting,
people. And I'm just like, man,
no,
look,
no.
these folk will fight these folk long before these folk came in between, but they just came in between and seemed like, okay, we can take advantage of this situation.
Big facts.
Let's inflame it.
and this
Big
still
facts.
goes, this still goes back to my point of what I'm saying about America and how it was established. It's something that was happening before America was even established. We still a baby nation.
Oh, facts.
Man, that
In
don't take away.
comparison.
That don't take away
In
accountability, though.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying like even us being where that we are right now, it's amazing that we got this far and actually became a superpower. Just
Nah,
from 13,
hell nah.
from 13
It was
rebellious
destined.
no, but I'm saying
destined.
from 13 rebellious colonies going against the strongest nation in the whole world. That is nothing but God.
I mean,
That is
we
literally-
can say,
okay,
I agree with you
no,
on that.
yeah,
I
I
agree
agree
with you
with
on
you
that.
on
I'm saying,
But
so I'm
you
saying
gotta
the
understand
thing is,
though,
it's
like you
nothing
said,
short than a miracle.
it was planned also, bro. It wasn't just like it was just it was meant to happen the way it happened, bro. And it was already it was orchestrated to happen the way it happened. That's why they even say "Ain't you at conceptus? He has crowned our great working." Ain't like it was America was a plan, bro. I'm telling you, from the concept of America, it was started way before they sent niggas out to this land. They were looking for a place to go and build this type of this place to maintain their industry.
But what-
America ended up growing bigger and separating away.
It went off the plan.
Just like
it stirred away from the plan.
Right. Just
This
like
is a giant experiment that for
'Cause look,
some reason
tells
it
you,
worked.
No, it tells you. All right, let's just take it from a biblical point, right? You have the iron, just Daniel's statue, right? You
Yeah,
got the
that
golden
statue.
age. You got the bronze
Bronze age.
You got the bronze age. You got the iron age, right?
Yes, and then you gotta
And the
mix with
iron
iron and
comes
clay.
back and mixes with clay.
Yes.
and that's the last age, the most powerful, the longest age.
But what I'm
It's
but
that
the
age
only-
that was planned off, bro. Like,
True. But I'm saying is that this did go away from the plan that the actual men put into place. If you're saying that men put this plan into place, I'm saying it went further than what any man would have thought that it would.
No, what I'm saying is the plan has been in place and carried out by people over time. Niggas devoted their lives to carrying out the plan. And the plan comes from somewhere greater than man, definitely. I mean, men are not that smart.
This is a spiritual battle.
Niggas just divulge their lives to being a part of what they consider a great work. Whether they were lower level masons and just figure like, okay, I'm part of a brotherhood and helping build some shit, or they were higher level and actually.
Oh, your tinfoil is dropping on your head.
Nah, I mean,
It's finna drop.
they admitted themselves there. As a Mason, you become an architect. A Freemason, you're an architect of the mind, a free thinker, bro. That's where this whole notion comes at. You build worlds, you build mindsets, you build men up, bro. That's what their whole thing. I'm not saying this, they say this. You feel me? Like, so when you got when you got dudes who are in positions of power in businesses, and I'm a person who builds minds or make people believe and shit, you know what I mean? I get to construct my own worlds and
Right.
my own realities.
So, before we close this out,
CD, You about to close it out. It's still like, bro.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
this-
ain't even the tip of the iceberg,
yeah,
bro.
like, this is we gonna have to do this another
We
time.
talk long enough. Every topic is going to eventually tie back into each other.
Let's
bro.
go. Just
Bro.
go back. Yeah, because honestly, it does. But
It's like
just
a
when it,
Fibonacci sequence.
but when it comes down to it, I just want to get y'all last little thoughts on it. When it comes down to policing in America, I want y'all to answer: should we get rid of the police?
We've already said no.
Yeah,
Are
right.
all
Security
police-
has to be there, but I think the agreement in which we all abide by has to be rectified. Yeah,
Or-
those who provide the security and those who are consenting to the security have to reach a different agreement. Yeah, definitely.
Should we hold police to the same standard as a human being or a higher standard?
Fuck yeah.
Police are servants.
Okay, because that's a thing too. Because a lot of times people believe
That's
that
another topic, bro. The higher office you go to is a servant. The role of a king is a servant. You are
Right.
there to serve millions and thousands or hundreds of thousands of people.
I think we
you're
get
a
into
servant.
I think we get into a situation when we're dealing with police videos or news stories that we forget that they're still human beings.
Yeah.
You know what? And it's so funny that you said that, not just boom, light bulb. If I got a badass server, I ain't giving you no motherfucking tip. And I'm goddamn, hey man, you need to get rid of this motherfucker.
Those are servants that we think low of. And the servants we think high of, governors, police officers, judges, they're there to benefit us and
that's
make
some
sure
real
that
shit.
I don't want to have to decide on the business aspect. I'm paying you to do that shit.
Big, that's why I'm
You're
giving you all my
servant.
tax money, motherfucker.
You work for the people.
I appreciate y'all,
Damn,
man.
see, look, now you make
Nah,
me
yeah,
wanna,
man,
I'm sorry, bro.
we'll talk again later.
Next we're gonna get into pushing motions and affidavits, show niggas how to.
But I appreciate y'all, man. Again, let people know who y'all are. Let's start from right here, man.
Hey man, I
tell them how to follow
appreciate
you, and all
you,
that good
bro.
stuff.
Black Plate Production, man. We gotta get all the links back up, man. But they can go on my Instagram, check me out, Black Plate _Productions. No, Black _Plate _Productions. And we're gonna get the social medias popping and shit. Right now it's just gym shit.
You done said some stuff to people.
Yeah.
Chris with a K, and you gotta spell it with a K, man. What's this site? Hey man, I need you to go to crazyworks.biz. Let me see, social media. Let me see.
He gotta learn his own.
He finished start popping it off.
Hey, bro, it got to go.
See, that's why he
Oh, and
used to
then-
practice freestyling when he was in school.
Man, I sucked at that, y'all. I can write though. I can get you on the right game. Matter of fact, my pen game is.
We're gonna go to the studio after this.
Let's say no more, man. And you can follow it IG on Crazy Works, and that's with a Z on there. Hey, you gonna put the thing up on the bottom to flash my name and stuff like that?
Yeah. He'll put the text
Yeah,
across
man.
somewhere.
Please do that.
I'll probably put it in the description or something like that. That's cool.
That'd be dope.
See, black folk lazy. Man.
Yeah, bro. I do
See, and now you want to have your own nation? Niggas ain't gonna show up to work.
Nigga don't even want to put animated words on the goddamn video.
But I'm your host TJ Evans with another installment of the TJ Evans Show. Y'all
Thanks.
be sure to do the YouTube and Rumble thing. Go check out Royal Family Studios. Subscribe to the page. Like this video. Comment down below. Also, go to Amazon and check out my book, The Diary of Marvin DeWayne. It ain't no news stuff. It ain't nothing like that. It's a fictional story about a gangster. And he just decided to keep a journal. Y'all stay safe. Stay prayed up. Peace.
Can I add one more thing? The lighting in this motherfucker is just amazing, bro. I can see myself. Well, all right, no, man, go ahead.